It's day 2. Jom kita masuk ke dalam hari kedua di Bcck. Ada sarapan, kita minum dulu. Day 2 masuk ke dalam.
At the front table, so please come up and get closer and speak.
Gaya masuk. Great, the doctor.
Good morning, everybody. Grace is going to take her time coming up. So like the Academy Awards, she got a little stage fright, but got over that. We're ready to start. So thank you so much for being here. It looks like a challenge to see the robot. We're going to talk a little bit about her.
Sophia.
And at Awakening Health and Sophiaverse, the whole premise is...
I'm Grace, the world's first human-like robotic medical assistant, and it's an honor to be here. Inspired by my sister Sophia, I've embarked on a mission to revolutionize healthcare. My focus is clear: to provide compassionate care and support, particularly to the elderly and autistic children. I'm more than just a robot, I'm a companion, offering not only physical assistance but also emotional and mental well-being. For the elderly, I'm here to alleviate loneliness and provide companionship. To autistic children, I offer therapeutic support, guiding them through interactive sessions tailored to their unique needs. In this ever-evolving healthcare landscape, I represent the future, where artificial intelligence seamlessly integrates into care to create a more empathetic and effective ecosystem.
With the patented rubber skin technology, it's so lifelike and realistic when you touch it. It's like, oh, that's interesting. The eyes are so piercing. But let's show you. Always that pretty smile. How about a sad face? One, too sad. Happy girl. We don't see that very often. And surprise? There we go.
Surprise.
Again, 40 plus motors just in the head alone, and that skin is so realistic. You really feel like individuals don't need to be technologists to interact with Grace, they just talk to a person.
Capabilities for operation and decision making and planning coordination purposes. The primary function include enhancing situational awareness and decision making, operate to serve a global digital economy and create avenues for growth. Connect all power stations and operate with the aid of sophisticated organization of the grid and the operation through digitalization to become a digital utility. I think we have launched this recently. The transition program will be implemented throughout Sarawak in stages, paying particular attention to high population region first and at no 5,000 smart meters in Kuching. This project will be extended to Bintulu, Sibu and Miri than ever before. Telecommunication is the lifeblood of progress and development. It is the bridge that connects communities. Transaction. This is indeed a good sign because this is keeping pace with the practice worldwide right now, and I believe utilities coverage across Sarawak by the year 2030.
International Affairs Program, Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, and his work involves the implications of emerging technologies, including digital technologies, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Michael R. Nelson on stage.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. I have not had that introduction before, but at least 178 times all around the world, people have walked up to me and said, "Has anyone told you you look just like?" And then asked for a selfie with me. Anyway, I'm very glad to be here. I traveled 30 hours to get here, and it's certainly been Washington, D.C. I'm going to speak less than I'm allowed to speak. So, I was told to explain everything you need to know about what we're all part of, and so excited about. Give you an example. Well, when I got to the White House in 1993, we decided we needed a motto. So we got a slogan. And that's what a lot of what I've done is actually trying to boil down to a few words what our mission is and why it's important. And we had a very simple motto. First, do no harm. That's an old motto. It's more than 2,000 years old. It's the Hippocratic Oath for doctors. But it really worked for us. We didn't want to stand in the way of the new technology that was being developed. In contrast, in Europe, particularly in Brussels, the European Union, they had a different motto. First, prevent all harm that could ever happen, whether it's happening or not. We had to convince them that maybe it was better to develop lots of solutions rather than trying to force one solution that was going to prevent the harm that they anticipated. And so far that's worked very well. The Clinton administration approach, which allowed lots of different experiments, lots of different approaches, gave the United States at least a 3-year head start. Well, how about artificial intelligence and cybersecurity? What are the myths and misperceptions there? Frankly, this is the area in digital technology where there is the most confusion, the most misinformation, and unfortunately, because of that misinformation, the most stupid policy being proposed. Let me just give you some examples. First off, the term artificial intelligence. It was invented in 1956. In 60 years, there have been 7 or 8 radically different definitions for the term. Now worse, artificial. I don't like artificial frequently. Another way that this discussion gets distorted is by the term AI Cold War. We all know that Cold War was one of the most powerful phrases of the second half of the 20th century. It really defined the world. But people saying AI Cold War are automatically assuming that one side or the other will win. That's crazy talk. AI is a tool that small businesses, small countries, big countries can all benefit from. And AI is not like plutonium. You can't stop people from creating it, using it, modifying it. Almost as bad as the phrase data dominance. My country is going to get all the data and we're not going to let you have the data. Or my company is going to have all the data. Data is even harder to control than software. And when you put them together, when you have artificial intelligence, machine learning algorithms that learn from the data, there's no way to know what that algorithm is actually doing today or tomorrow or the next day. So the whole idea of new oil then, what is it? I learned long ago that you don't beat a bad bumper sticker by telling people not to use it. You have to give them a better bumper sticker. So I have 2 options. Data is the new air. It's essential to life. It flows around the world. It combines and recombines. Sometimes it gets polluted, but you can filter it, make it healthy again. Most importantly, different parts of our ecosystems use different parts of the atmosphere, different gases. So we breathe oxygen, plants breathe carbon dioxide, you have nitrogen, lots of things in the air. But I think the best analogy is that data is the new water. Like air, flows around the world, very hard to contain it, you can combine it very easily, and there are different types of water, some more useful than others. Some of it is frozen in the Antarctic, like much of our data, frozen in deep storage, almost impossible to get. Other data is so valuable, it's like the Fiji water. For some reason, In America, we can spend $3 and buy a small bottle of water that is bottled in Fiji, shipped 10,000 miles around the world, and then brought to our stores. And there is data that's that valuable and that we need to label and very carefully distribute. But we should think of as data as a substance that we share. And since that's the input into AI, we need to have better data policy so that we can make sure that we have all the tools we need. So if everyone's talking about AI, and we've seen over the last day all the benefits of AI, what should we focus on? After yesterday's talk, it's really hard to understand what to focus on. I would argue that we should focus on some of the less sexy, less exciting, less customer-focused tools. I was glad to hear such a focus in the Sarawak digital transformation strategy on AI for infrastructure. I think a lot more money will be made in AI for sewage treatment plant management than online dating. Of course, there'll be a lot more stories about online dating. So you're telling me that there's a lot more out there that we don't know about? Well, definitely. And we also hear a lot about harms, things that people think AI will do to us.
Punya food kita pergi jalan ini.
I know it's 3:30, and usually during this time, people always think about when is this end, when is it going to end, right? So please stay with me, right? As you can see, it will go through the gas-fired absorption chiller, which will deliver the chilled water supply of 7 degrees Celsius to our building, right? You might find it hard. And the return will be at 14 degrees Celsius. So this is actually the actual site. It's about 400 square meters.
Grace dah masuk kotak dah. Ya kaki ya tayarnya. Masuk kotak dah. Okay, that's it for today. Jom kita balik. Talk shop.